Welcome to the podcast.
You guys have seen round 2 of Fear Factor? That's really where I need my safe word. Come on.
Hi, I'm definitely not a serial killer. Come on in.
Clearly, something's not compatible here. Something's jarring.
One would say there's something in the air. I think Tom Petty said it once.
I thought that Kurt Cobain said that.
He said, that's
Kurt Cobain said, actually, was, I was yours, mine, for you was mine.
No, that song says something in the way.
I mean, some could construe way as air.
Yeah.
Many Kurt Cobain fanatics, Nirvana people have said that the way is actually the airways.
Well, I mean, call out the instigators because there's something in the way. No, I said fucking. See, I just went in the way. I went Nirvana. That's probably because of that bong hit I took.
Something in the air.
Yeah, it's a mashup. It's a zonky mashup.
Spooky in the air.
What's spooky, dude? I know what spoopy is.
Spoopy?
When you say spoopy, I just think of the fucking Seinfeld. Oh, schmoopy.
Oh,
schmoopy.
No, I think of Rick and Morty. What's that?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well,
Swifty.
Ah, yes.
Well, schmoopy sounds but schmoopy. Schmoopy.
Spoopy. Spoopy is like an impossible word. You can't even say it correctly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about spoopy places around the world.
Oh, like my taint.
Oh, spoopy. I get it. It's like an S in front of poopy. Poopy places. I'm scared.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the You Gonna Eat That Crust podcast. I'm your host with the most, Ryan Wilson, on the ones and twos. With me tonight, my co-host, my co-homie, my co-anchor, Sheamus Rogers. Sheamus, how you doing, brother?
What up, everybody? I'm here. We're here. We're doing some spooky episodes on this October of 2021, and don't trust the candy. I don't know who brings the kids trick or treating anymore. I don't know. I'm still questioning whether I'm gonna do it this year or not because usually I just get like 4 knocks. I get like 2 to 4 knocks. That's how many groups people come to my house. You think I'd live out in the middle of nowhere, but I don't.
Come to Seamus' house. Get his candy.
So I've taken to buying the candy I like the most because I usually keep a lot.
Well, what will you be dining on this Halloween, Seamus?
Well, I've been eating enough candy, so I'm probably just going to skip it this year. Because as I said, I don't really get any groups coming to my home.
Well, that was a major fucking letdown, bro.
All right. Well, since I would wish I could redo our candy episode, and I'm just going to get a bunch of Snickers, Butterfingers, and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. What's up?
Can't hate on that.
Also with me, to my right, to my left, to my perpendicular, Mr. In Particular, follically challenged, sweatpants overlord, Greg Hoey. Greg, how you doing tonight?
Doing awesome. Scariest place I've ever been is my living room when my roommate's taking dick pics.
Right on.
Doing good.
Really? Because I heard you snuggled that night.
Oh, I wish. It's a big snuggle.
Well, everybody loves a big snuggle, Greg.
Oh, I do like a big snuggle.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, tonight's very special, spooky episode is about fucking scary places, weird attractions, and all things super creepy and shit. So strap in, roll up that Dubatron, and we're going to take you on a little ride into Spookville. Yeah.
Oh.
We're super uncomfortable.
I like how you opened it up there.
I did open it up.
That's a lot open for interpretation and I appreciate that.
I did it just for you, Sheamus.
Thank you.
All right, well, Sheamus, since you got so much to say tonight, why don't you kick us off with a couple spoopy places?
All right, well, I'm going to start it off with Nagoro, Japan. Nagoro is a tiny Japanese village with one very notable feature. A life-size doll population that outnumbers the human population by 10 to 1. So, they have a bunch of toy residents. They're the work of local artist Tsukima Ayano. She began making doll replicas of her neighbors after they died or moved away. So these creepy life-size dolls from your worst nightmare are everywhere. So there'll be like fishermen sitting on the riverbank, students filling entire classrooms, elderly couples resting on benches outside of buildings. You name it. There's basically around 350 dolls and 27 breathing human beings living in the village.
Yeah.
And the youngest is over the age of 50.
It's like some House of Wax shit.
Right.
If she's making dolls for everyone that died, is it just people who died?
No, it's people who moved away and left.
Oh. Well.
So it's a remote location, led its residents to leave for bigger cities in search of work. There's not even like a local store. So basically, as the residents die or leave, she fills the void with these creepy life-size. They're basically scarecrows. The dolls are made with straw, fabric, and old clothes, much like a scarecrow. And I think that's the first one started. She made one of her father, I believe, to keep like the birds out of the garden or the fields or whatever.
Did she kill her
she's
father?
Constantly making new figures to replace ones that worn out. I don't know. I would like to delve into that further, and yeah, we can. That sounds like a great horror movie.
Yeah, right.
Going to this town sounds like a horror nightmare.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, guys. A straw lady, cheap date. Cheap date.
Do you have to buy her a gown?
I don't think the dress code is real strict in this town, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, nowadays in general, I guess. Hey, if you're wearing cotton rags, holding your straw and you're looking good enough to buy a drink, come on in.
It's going to be crazy.
As long as you wear your mask.
It's going to be crazy to see who's last standing there. It's going to be like some I Am Legend shit.
I wonder if she has like her own waiting in backup. Like she has like multiple copies of herself.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And when she goes out, she's like, just place this one here. Her will's going to say, put this one by the stream. I want to just sit there in the sun, and this one here, and this one here.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think she's going to do that.
Speaking of dates, guys, I went to my first hibachi today.
Ooh.
Nice.
Dude, the guy...
Did they throw or squirt anything in
All
your
right,
mouth?
so yeah, the guy missed a vegetable in my mouth, all right? But...
You missed.
I guess maybe. But I did get like 2 45-second squirts of sake in my mouth from across the
Oh,
room.
yeah, some warm sake.
Oh, God, dude. I was like fucking trash by the time I left the restaurant. I didn't realize that was part of the hibachi experience, but quite
Yeah, that's normal.
quite enjoyable.
That's so you tip well.
We did. But yeah, not spooky, but dope as shit.
Yeah, hibachi's fun.
Give me them noodles.
Oh, yeah. Noodles and the chicken and the veggies.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right, speaking of veggies, or nothing to do with veggies, as a matter of fact, Greg, what are you going to talk about tonight?
Oh, I'm going to talk about the Whaley House in San Diego. It's supposedly the most haunted house in America, according to Life magazine. It was built in 1857 on the site of a former graveyard and gallows, and over the years it served as a family home, a grain store, a courthouse, commercial theater, a ballroom, a billiard hall, and a school. It turned into a museum in 1960, and like people think Yankee Jim Robinson, who was hung in 1852, is the person who like haunts it.
Yankee Jim Robinson?
Yeah, Yankee Jim Robinson. He was hung in 1852. And the
I
gallows.
think I have that baseball card.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's worth.
Rookie card too. It's in in case.
Well, that shit's worth a lot of money. Then the dude who saw the execution still bought the house and reported that he heard footsteps over the years, and 100 years later, people still report to hear footsteps, and people swear it's Yankee Jim honking the way derp. The Whaley
I gotta say, that's a baller move. The guy gets hugged. He's like, "So I suppose there's an opening in the house now, huh?"
Yeah, sold. I'll take it. As he's hanging there.
I would like to capitalize on his prolific career in baseball and come out with a Yankee Gin Robinson.
I love it. All right. Speaking of footsteps, guys, is there anything else you would like to talk about Whaley House, Greg? Or
no.
So a paragraph. All right. Good work.
Thanks, man.
Speaking of footsteps, do you guys have any experience with fucking paranormal activity in your life ever? Seamus?
Not really. Still a skeptic.
All right. Still septic, heard. Greg.
I'm not septic.
Greg, what about you?
Yeah, my buddy's house, Josh Eldridge, his house is someone died upstairs in his house, and I swear I fucking heard someone walking upstairs and the door shut, nobody was up there. I'm getting the chills just thinking about it, man.
That's because you were a little bit.
No, dude, I heard it, dude. I was because I was talking. I was hey, what's up? I was talking to whoever was up there. I thought it was Josh or his brother. And then
for the audience, Greg still is afraid of the dark.
I am not afraid of the dark. I got my lights off right now.
Greg, I'm pretty sure you were there, but I think it was me, you, DJ Lamper, and we went over Billy Anderson's house on Salmon Falls Road to spend the night. And while we were there, he's like, dude, this house is haunted. And we kept hearing fucking footsteps on the fucking stairs and shit, and fucking people walking across the roof and shit.
Yeah, but he already put in your head.
Yeah, he did probably. And we were like, fuck that. Let's get the fuck out of here.
And what age were you at this point?
Would I be sad if I said high schoolers?
Yeah, shut up, dude.
Right. So
kids, man.
Your brain wasn't mature, and you had someone feeding you these misconceptions, and then you let it take it away. Plus, you were probably doing.
Yeah, we probably weren't paired on horrible weed.
Now, Seamus, I just want to point out that usually the first person who dies the horror movie with the paranormal is the skeptic.
The skeptic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Have you seen Cabin in the Woods? Marty.
What's up?
I saw Cabin in the Woods.
Marty McKay was the hero.
Guys, we should probably do a podcast on that one day.
I agree. Great movie. Anybody who hasn't seen it, check it out, because it's going to make our future podcast that much more enjoyable.
I got a couple other things that happened in my lifetime, too. When I was living in Vermont as a very young kid, maybe 8 or 9, I remember, I don't know if my brother was born yet, but my sister was definitely at the table. And I put down one of those, they were called sips or whatever, and they look like the fucking barrels. They got the crappy juice in it with the tinfoil lid. You guys remember that shit?
Yeah, those are ghetto juice. I'm sorry. That might be insensitive. But...
I put that down in the middle of the table, and all of a sudden it flew across the table and just fucking went all over the floor and shit.
Oh yeah, well, kids blame things on fucking shit all the time.
My mother was there, bro.
You calling him a liar?
I'm not.
Get him.
Also, there was a place I was living in on Portland Street in Rochester when I was younger too, first, second, third grade. And when we moved in, there was tiny bottles of holy water in the windows and shit. And it always...
Don't tell me you got rid of them. You didn't move them, did you?
I was pretty young, but I assume my parents got rid of the holy water.
And then what happened?
You always felt like you were being watched in that house. And I was on the first floor and everybody else was upstairs. So it was extra fucking creepy for me as a kid, being down there alone and just always.
Well, if your parents had left the holy water, maybe you wouldn't have these voyeurism ghosts
Well,
Before your ghost coming in,
I didn't have much of a say in the decor when I was a kid. No, Mom, leave the holy water. I've seen enough movies to know.
I mean, I'm not saying your parents were exhibitionists to ghosts, but maybe they were into that.
Perhaps. Maybe that's why we had the security cameras everywhere. We're trying to make a movie. Fuck.
It's probably why your father left.
Sheamus, I'll have you know, my dad was in the Vietnam War as a broccoli farmer, and he was sneaking broccoli across enemy lines to get to the POW camps. He was a hero.
Hey, I'm a broccoli lover, but most of the population would say he's a zero. Like, they hate broccoli.
Not me,
man.
Just kidding. Your father was definitely a hero.
All right, if I'm being honest, he was a fat Canadian guy. He was kind of a piece of shit. So I got to make up.
Let's have him broccoli farmer is respectable. Let's leave him at that.
Drunk Canadians, not so much.
Son of a bitch. Hey,
but we still love our Canadian audience.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
All right, guys. I want to talk to you about this shit that I read that fucking blew my fucking wig off today. All right.
Whoa.
It's called the McKinley Manor. All right. So it's a tourist attraction in Summertown, Tennessee, and so the owner is Russ Mckamey. He operates the most terrifying haunted house experience in America. One you're not allowed to attend until you watch a 2-hour-long video, sign a 40-page waiver, create a safe word, pass a physical, and more.
Who's got time for that?
I think I've heard about this before.
So all you need to get into this place is you got to donate a bag of dog food, all right? And if you can survive this 8-hour ordeal, they will give you $20,000.
Wait. It's an 8-hour, like, what do they fuck with you the whole time?
Yeah. So I'm talking like fucking Marines have done this shit and fucking soldiers and special forces people, and nobody's ever got the $20,000.
Who the fuck needs PTSD for $20,000?
$20,000, yeah. Apparently what happens is they agree to meet you in a location. They'll kidnap you, like from wherever you are in the location, fucking put a plastic bag around your head and shit and cut off your oxygen.
Squid Games!
Drive you to this place, and then they just fuck with you for 8 solid hours.
Cool.
Oh, so when you fight back and kill one of them, you go to jail.
Well, so that's the thing. If you cuss, you lose money. He knocks like $500 off if you cuss. If you hit, you're immediately ejected. You don't have a chance with the fucking money. And definitely,
are they like guiding you toward Jesus?
I don't know, Sheamus, but
they got to make it so you can like it's. If someone gets close, they just ramp it up.
Well, so
yeah, of course, it's like if someone actually works long enough to get towards their benefits, and then they're like, "We have to let you go, so you can't get them."
Because I've heard about this. I'm pretty sure some dude tried to sue because he said something like that or something like that. They got like insane, like when he was getting close. But I could just be making that up because I'm awesome.
Well, part of the waiver that you sign is you have to agree to let them fucking cut your hair. They might pull out your fucking fingernails. They might pull out your.
Okay.
They might pull out. They might pull out your teeth, and they might tattoo you.
Yeah. Well, I might pull my fucking 45. What the fuck?
That's when you know what you do. You just get your fucking teeth pulled and your fingernails yanked off before you even go.
Exactly what I was saying.
Be like, what? What?
Don't put yourself in this scenario for $8,000, $10,000, $20,000, where you could accidentally kill someone and go to jail for life.
Fuck
yeah,
that.
Well, I mean, it gets extreme. Like, they waterboard you and shit. They'll fucking tie you up and put you in a fucking freezer. I mean, they do all.
I don't know. Maybe people are into this.
I'm not. Rats, bugs, like anything. Anything's like. The guys that run it say, like, I don't have a line that I'm afraid to cross, really. I guess aside from murder, cool. Because this place has been around for a while.
Guys, you guys have seen round 2 of Fear Factor? That's where I need my safe word. Come on, cater to that.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, guys. It's pretty fucked up, but
Hey,
you know,
better fucking quit for I rip off your fingernails and shove them through your teeth.
Well, a bunch of people have tried to sue, but they always fucking have video running, and they're like, "Oh, this happened to me in the fucking maze or whatever," and then they go back and show you the video, and they're like, "Oh shit, it didn't happen." The guy said it saved him thousands of times from lawsuits and shit.
Crazy.
I don't know why he put himself in this scenario. Either the guy running the place looking for lawsuits, or anybody who would want to go get their fingernails.
Yeah, all for dog food. Like, what the fuck?
No, you pay dog.
Yeah, I know.
The price is
dog food
all
to get in.
All to feed a hungry dog. There are a lot of dog lovers out there. Good luck.
You know what? They're probably feeding people to dogs. Think about it.
Yeah, because they get like one runner a year. That one dog food is going to feed all the dogs.
Dude, there's a waiting list. Fucking thousands of people sign up to do this shit. Thousands.
There's thousands of dumbasses out there.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I would never fucking do that shit. I mean, obviously, what the fuck? Touch my fucking hair
for the podcast. I actually have a bag of dog food in the closet right now.
All right,
Greg.
If any of our listeners want to do it,
I feel like we should draw straws.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't care. I do care about the hair, but I don't care because it grows back within like 2 weeks.
All right, but
we good,
guys. If anything happens to me, who's going to edit the podcast? So
I mean, I'll learn.
The scariest part, guys, is the owner, Russ Mckamey. Has never been drunk in his life, never smoked a cigarette, never had a cup of coffee, and he doesn't take illegal drugs or smoke marijuana. He's a pretty conservative guy, he says.
He also never raped or skinned a person alive.
Cool story, bro. What a fucking dumb brag.
He's also never been caught for his serial murdering schemes.
So is he trying to say he's perfect? He's never done that stuff? And
I don't think so. I think he's just trying to say.
No, he's trying to say, like, hey, I'm putting you at ease. Come in my fucking madhouse.
Yeah, come in my madhouse. I'm definitely not a serial killer.
You have to survive for 8 hours of me in your face, ball dipping and everything.
Hi, I'm definitely not a serial killer. Come on in.
Well, that's that, guys. I mean, fuck. Sign up if you want, folks, and let us know how it goes, huh?
Is that it? Just a couple segments.
Oh, I see what you're saying there, Greg. I insulted your 12 words. And
I know. Back. Well, no, I just was setting up that joke because all I have is another paragraph.
I have another place I would like to mention. It's maybe not one of the scariest, but it's one place most of you would not want to go. So we have the Gamong Tong caves in Malaysia. They have limestone walls reaching up to 300 feet in some spots, but visitors often leave the site describing it as one of the most disgusting wildlife experiences they've ever had. Gamong Tong is home to more than 2 million bats, which leads to impossibly thick layers of guano, bat poop, covering the ground. Yeah, you don't want to slip. Even the handrails are covered with it. If you can make it through the river of bat droppings, you'll then encounter several million Malaysian cockroaches scurrying around. Ugh. Yeah, wherever the guano is, that's where the cockroaches hang out. Is their water cooler.
Well, it's almost like a circle of life type deal. Bat shit on the ground, cockroaches eat it, bat eats the cockroach. Bam!
Well, isn't that like...
Have you guys heard of chiggers before?
Oh,
they're like little tick bugs that like burrow in your skin and shit. Like I've never heard of them until today. They're like in Memphis, Tennessee, and around that area.
Earwigs and shit too. Fucking, I mean, they got that fucking thing that swims up your dick.
They sound horrible. Like this girl was explaining them to me and how she used to have to have her socks tied up or they'll get inside of you. I was like, oh my god, that sounds fucking terrifying.
No, I don't even want to think about the fucking mites on
They are in Connecticut too, so unfortunately.
Bed bugs.
They tend to hit fucking houses that barely get any Halloween trick-or-treaters, so you go.
One of the cleanest houses around. I doubt
it. It's true. I've been there. It's very nice. I like staying at your house.
In addition to the fucking batshit guano and cockroaches, there are also several other skeevy creatures, such as snakes, scorpions, freshwater crabs, and those disgusting giant Scutagera centipedes.
Oh, goddamn Scutagera.
Poisonous critters at least 3 inches long.
Ugh.
Picture, they look just like a silverfish, but as big as your palm.
I'm all set.
Yeah, fuck that. I told you they were crawling across in that segment we used to do, Greg vs. Maine. Remember that segment? The one...
Your basement?
Yeah, no, it crawled across me when I was on the toilet, and it like crawled from the... It came from the basement, though. It's fucking... Yeah.
Yeah, that would freak me out more than someone like pointing a gun at me. A silverfish or multiple silverfish crawling on me.
Like that big? Yeah, that fear factor shit, dude. I could never do it. Ever.
I'm just talking about an inch long one.
Ugh.
Well, it is what it is, guys.
Just the initial, like, oh!
Yeah. And how that goes. My cat loves to drop critters on us, dead critters, so I've been there.
Ugh. Ugh.
During sexy
I'm
time?
looking around now because I know there's some shit lurking in here. It's lurking.
Of course it's lurking. It's all over your dog.
I know. It's not on my dog. It's under my bed.
What about tapeworms?
Ugh.
Isn't that a big dog thing?
It's a people thing, too. Gross.
Yeah, but dogs are dirtier
They are.
than majority of people.
I used to give my dog a bath. She's pretty clean. Because she rolled in shit. I had to give her a bath.
Well, but dogs' mouths are cleaner than people's. Well, I don't lick my own asshole either.
You don't?
Well, if I could, I might give it a whirl.
If I could, I would.
My mouth is a bidet. Too far?
What?
Too far.
No, I think it's perfectly reasonable.
Speaking of reasonable, Greg, what do you got for us next?
Well, I wanted to talk about Chernobyl.
I was wondering if one of you guys were talking about Pripyat.
About what?
Pripyat, isn't that the city? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't think Greg got that far in his research.
Right.
No, I didn't research Chernobyl. I just wanted to talk about Chernobyl.
I didn't listen because I knew it was well covered, and I also thought maybe one of you guys were going to take it.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking like what do you guys think about it? Do you guys think it's kind of haunted, or would you go out there still?
No, I'm not going to go out there unless I have a Geiger counter.
Well, wouldn't you want a suit instead of that, or some kind of like?
If I'm bringing that, I'm going to have probably a suit as well.
Obviously.
I don't know what the allure would be to go explore Chernobyl.
I think it'd be kind of cool.
I mean, I think it would be amazing, but I'm sticking with the group.
I mean, I wonder if you could do it like VR.
They talk about it, don't they do tours?
Ugh.
But this is all like Russians. They're tough and crazy. They don't give a shit.
You go here, yeah, and then
We're all Slavic people. They're just out to outdo I'll go drink vodka and I will fuck a 3-headed moose.
I mean, the force in Chernobyl is obviously you're not going to go in there because of the radiation, but I wonder must be fucking eerie as fuck in there.
I think there's a pretty
For sure. Like, imagine the sun setting on Chernobyl and, looking at that creepy Ferris wheel, too.
Yeah.
And then just, hearing every sound that's going on, all the wildlife that's come back or that's still there, incestual, mutating.
Some Hills Have Eyes shit going on over there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they did make a movie like that, too, which was absolutely ridiculous.
Was it called The Hills Have Eyes? Or The Hills Have Eyes 2?
No, they made a Chernobyl movie.
Well, we need Chernobyl has more than 2 eyes movies or something. Or
the Chernobyl has eyes.
Machete goes to Pripyat.
Ernest saves Chernobyl.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, shit. lot of radiation here. You know what I mean, Vern?
Oh, Vern, rest in peace.
For real.
All right. Also, I wanted to talk about Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. The largest and deadliest battle of the American Civil War took place at Gettysburg, Pennsylvania in 1863. More than 8,000 combatants were killed. The Devil's Den was a heavy fighting place on the second day, July 2nd, 1836. And people to this day claim that they hear like drum rolls and gunfire.
Gettysburg?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember watching it in
What was
history
with,
class like twice.
With, what's his name?
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick, who didn't look anything like he belonged in the Civil War.
He did a great job.
He
He did a great job in that.
Oh, he's a great actor, and I like him. But like, you think back to Civil War, he was completely clean shaven, no facial hair, clean uniform.
They actually said they heard some shit when they were filming that movie. Actually,
What are you talking about?
the people who were filming Glory.
Oh, they heard some like supernatural.
Yeah,
shit
they said they heard the drum rolls and the gunfire, but they were probably just being cool.
Look, I just want to say that I would have killed it in Gettysburg during the war because I played so much Super Mario Brothers, like cannonballs. I'd leap right over that shit.
Oh.
I just want to say, what does Gettysburg have to do with anything?
Glory. It has to do with glory.
I know, I'm kidding. My next one I want to talk about is Akigahara Forest in Japan.
Is this the suicide forest?
It is.
Ah.
This seemingly serene forest at the bottom of Mount Fuji has an extremely tormented history, known as Suicide Forest. Akigahara is the world's second most popular site for suicides. After, take a guess.
New York City.
The bridge in America.
Yeah, Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, there you go.
In 2010 alone, statistics on Akigahara suicide rates vary, in part because the forest is so lush that some corpses can go undiscovered for years or might never be found.
Jesus.
Some estimates claim that as many as 100 people a year have successfully killed themselves there.
It's too bad.
Great success.
I think in recent years it's not as many, but that's more like going back a decade or more. Anyway, some blame this phenomena on the forest association with demons in Japanese mythology. Others point towards the density of the trees, which muffles sounds and makes it extremely easy to get lost. Many hikers even mark their path with tape or string to make it easier to find their way back out. This, combined with the sprinkling of clothing and letters throughout the 13.5 square mile woods, gives Aokigahara a Blair Witch feeling.
Ew.
More unnerving than its tricky terrain is the feeling of isolation created from the stillness. Because the trees are so tightly packed, like the winds can't properly travel, and wildlife is very sparse.
Against the wind. Ooh, against the wind.
I don't know that song.
Really?
Did you just make that up?
No. The fuck?
Yeah, Jesus, man.
Well-known song, dog.
What song?
Against
Against
the
the
wind.
wind?
By whom?
Fuck, it'll come to me.
It's one of those like Chicago or Boston or
Bob Seger, dog.
Bob
If
Seger.
he wasn't tone deaf, I might have gotten it.
Ooh, shit.
Shots fired. Chicka-pow! Chicka-pow!
I'll have you know is labeled 1997's Performer of the Year.
That's true.
Spalding
I
High
voted
School.
for him.
So put that in your metaphorical pipe and smoke it.
Unfair, because I feel like I danced my ass off that year.
Seamus, like, I don't want to make this a pissing contest, but I would outdance and outperform you any day of the week.
Whoa. Them a fighting words. Those are dancing words.
Oh, yeah, but he'll never meet to make this happen.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I can't bring my keyboard, my fucking guitar, my bass, all the other talented shit I do.
Or your children.
No, They're afraid of Captain Rogers.
I'm not dancing off against like 6 of you.
Yeah, bro, he's got like a whole fucking. He's got like an audience.
And they're probably all choreographed.
That'd be sick.
Once I get tired, I just tag one of my kids in.
Right.
And I'm pretty old, so I get tired pretty quick. So.
It's like a fucking.
And his wife is a seamstress, so they're all fucking outfitted in costumes.
It's like a fucking Voltron, like different themed Voltron, like little kids. Fucking. Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't hope this never comes about.
Yeah, I do. Let's fucking do this. Let's make this happen.
Yeah,
Sounds
I do too.
amazing.
Even if I lose, it's going to be worth
Yeah.
the time.
Email us at
All
youcanneatthatcrust@gmail.com if you want to see that happen.
Let us know if you have a sufficient venue for us for at least 150 people.
Yeah. Rochester Opera House, bro. Let's get it. I'm coming, Rochester.
Anyways, back to Akigahara, the suicide forest.
Yes.
Some believe the ghost, or Yurei, of those abandoned by Ubaste, which I had this was a hard one to pronounce. Ubaste, which basically it may translate to abandoning an old woman. And I don't think they're talking about trading in your wife for a younger version. This was the ancient practice of taking granny or grandpa out for a walk to the market and ditching them like an unwanted pet. Anyways, the mournful spirits of the suicidal linger in the woods. Folklore claims that they are vengeful, dedicated to tormenting visitors and luring those that are sad and lost off the path. Annually, police and volunteers trek through the sea of trees to bring bodies back to civilization for proper burial.
Jesus.
In recent years, the Japanese government has declined to release the number of corpses recovered from these gruesome searches, but in the early 2000s, 70 to 100 were uncovered each year.
Jesus.
Wow. That's insane.
Jesus can't hear you in this forest.
Oh. Plus, you're going to hell.
Yeah, it's suicide.
Yeah.
Isn't that how the beliefs go?
Yeah. I was thinking about that. Robin Williams did that movie, and he did it. He wasn't thinking about that movie.
All right, but what about when like a samurai would commit seppuku? That was supposed to be honorable.
That was honorable. Well, I think to the Japanese people, suicide clearly isn't against their religion. I don't know. I don't really know their religion, to be honest.
Well, we'll have to look into it and do a follow-up episode.
But yeah, I mean, I would assume that since it was very prevalent to kill yourself to avoid shame, I guess, that they were still going to samurai heaven. I don't know.
Great Eric Clapton song.
The samurai heaven. All right, and if you think this was bad enough, the forest is rich with magnetic iron. The soil of the suicide forest plays havoc on cell phone service, GPS systems, and even compasses.
Of course it does.
This is why tape can be so crucial. But some believe this is a feature. This feature is proof of demons in the dark.
That probably makes people want to do it. Like, fuck, I lost cell service. Fuck. Oh, well.
Well, I guess people like bring tents and pop up for like days and like, well, you really aren't going to want to go through with it because if you brought a tent, you're not ready to kill yourself. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, they bring you a tent, a guitar, and then they're like,
well, I don't know. I guess if you're going to kill yourself, bring a tent and think on it, which hopefully you don't.
Yeah, don't kill yourself.
That seems like something that could take days to think upon. Bring a tent, get terrified, come back home. I don't know. Don't get lost and die and end up suiciding anyways.
Yes, well, that's an important message for everyone. Bring a tent.
Yeah.
Or bring a friend.
Or a friend with a tent.
A friend doesn't want you to kill yourself.
Or maybe you get lucky and a bear will do it for you when you're sleeping. You know?
Bear Grylls?
Yeah.
A good friend?
Spoopy. A spoopy friend.
Spoopy.
My.
Anyways, The internet is littered with disturbing images from the Suicide Forest, from abandoned personal effects snared in the undergrowth to human bones and even more grisly remains strewn across the forest floor or dangling from the branches. So if you dare to venture in this forbidding forest, do as the sign suggests and stay on the path.
I got one more I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Winchester Mansion. What do you guys know about this shit?
Everything.
I've heard it. I don't remember that.
All right. So according to legend, the rambling Victorian mansion that sits on a busy street in San Jose, California, is haunted by the ghost of everyone killed by a Winchester rifle.
Jesus, they all travel there.
Well, that's undoubtedly a lot of spirits. In order to appease them, the house's owner, Sarah Winchester, the heir to the Winchester rifle fortune and the founder's widow, added room after room to the house to add more space for the dead. She didn't simply add rooms, though. She created a labyrinth filled with halls that led nowhere, cut-off staircases, sloping floors, and a rabbit warren of chambers. According to the ABC News, the house has 10,000 windows, 2,000 doors, 47 fireplaces, 40 staircases, 13 bathrooms, and 9 kitchens.
I'd hate to have to pay for Anderson windows and all that place.
Since she died in 1922, the house has hosted tours for those willing to walk among the Winchester ghost. Yeah, I mean, her husband died of like tuberculosis while in the house, and her daughter died of some disease that just made her basically wither away, and she kind of lost her shit after that. And like, this house is insane. Like, there's just doors that open up to walls. Like, there's rooms that overlook other bedrooms and shit. I mean, you know, the sheer size of the house is the first thing you notice. It was originally 7 fucking stories, but like a natural disaster happened, and while they thought they repaired most of it, it's now only fucking 4 stories. But I mean, still, you got fucking there's doors that open up to just sheer drops to the fucking garden below.
That sounds like a cool place. I would like to go for a tour. Is it still a lot standing? Is it still?
Yeah, it's still there, man. You can still take tours of it. It's full of fucking secret passages and shit. And
this is on the islands.
This is in it's
England,
California. As some people call it.
Yeah, this is maybe thinking like Europe, but I guess we all have a Winchester locally.
Every town has a Winchester.
The pub. You don't go to
Winchester pub.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, I seriously think when you get a minute, go online and look at pictures of this fucking place. It's fucking weird as fuck.
Next, I want to talk about Pluckley, England.
Did you say Pluckley, England?
Oh, he did. No, lost it.
There are some places you might want to stay indoors with curtains shut, and this is especially true in Pluckley, England's most haunted village. This place is almost as haunted as that mansion in 13 Ghosts. Pluckley, England, checking in with 12 official ghosts in residence.
Jesus.
Including a highwayman and a red lady. So not quite 13 ghosts, but 12.
It's one less ghost.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, in 1998, the Guinness Book of Records officially recognized Pluckley in Kent as the most haunted village in England. Locals say the village and surrounding areas between 12 and 16 ghosts. However, the Guinness Book of World Records puts that number as 12. Hence, first loser, Cyrus Mansion, to Cyrus Mansion with 13 ghosts.
Fuck you, Cyrus, pussies.
Oh, Cyrus is the lead, 13 ghosts.
Yes, well.
Pluckley is first loser.
Did you say Pluckley?
Oi.
Its paranormal portfolio includes a screaming man who may have worked at the village brickworks and fallen to his death. There are no reports of visible ghosts at the brickworks, just the sound of terrified screaming echoing through the buildings. At St. Nicholas Church, the ghost of Red Lady Daring has been seen wandering the churchyard and the chapel where she was laid to rest. It is said that the Red Lady's illegitimate baby died at birth, leaving its grieving mother to die shortly afterwards from a broken heart. The churchyard is also home to a ghostly white lady and a phantom white dog. The White Lady's ghost is also thought to be a member of the Darren family. Her spirit has also been seen at the Darren. The local legend is that the woman's beauty was famed throughout the neighborhood, and when she died at a tragically young age, her husband was grief-stricken. He could not bear the thought of the effect that the ravagers of the grave would have upon her looks, so he had her body wrapped in a priceless flowing gown. She was placed in an airtight lead coffin with a single red rose laid upon the breast, sealed inside a further series of airtight lead coffins. She was finally encased in a casket of solid oak and buried in a deep vault in the Daring Chapel.
Damn.
Yeah, sounds like better than the purest whiskey at this point. On misty autumn mornings, her spirit manifests in the churchyard as beautiful in death as she was in life. Clutched before her, she holds a single red rose. Experts believe it's an entirely different apparition. Personally, I surmise that Red Lady Daring sometimes changes her dress, and maybe it's the same person as the White Lady.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Skeptics of the paranormal world discount my personal belief because that would potentially lower the count to 11 ghosts, and tourists wouldn't want to come as much.
Heard that. Why would I go to an 11 ghost place when I go to a 12 ghost place?
Yeah, I feel like there's probably 7 ghosts there, but they're like they're double dipping.
Yeah.
There's also the ghost of a teacher whom has allegedly been seen swinging from the branches of a tree in a remote part of the village. The teacher hanged himself and was found by a group of students on their way to school in the 1920s. The reason for his suicide was unknown. The Black Horse Inn is reported to be haunted by a girl who appears in the fireplace on an unseen hand that lifts cutlery from the dresser in a cold spot in the kitchen. Another ghost I'm skeptical on. Does she hang out in the fireplace or the cold kitchen? Seems incongruous to me.
I feel like if they're lifting cutlery, I would just assume it was a drug addict. Also, they serve a spoon to get some more crack.
Well, maybe they threw her in the fire when she was stealing the cutlery.
That's not kind.
Oi, steal the cutlery.
Neither is stealing your grandparents' cutlery.
Specifically, my grandparents.
Anyone's.
Oh. Fuck.
This ghostly prankster delights in hiding the personal possessions of staff and customers alike. It has locked the landlady out of her pub on more than one occasion. Landlords have complained of glass on the shelf above the bar moving and dogs barking at something only they can see. At the Crossroads Bridge, the ghost of an old woman has been seen. During her life, she used to sit on the bridge, smoking her pipe, drinking gin, and selling the watercress she had gathered from the stream. The old woman is supposed to have burnt to death when saturated in gin. She accidentally set herself alight.
Shit.
She went out the same way my grandfather left this world.
Drunk?
Rest in peace, Lady of the Crossroads.
Fuck. That's tragic.
Pluckley's most intriguing ghost story concerns Robert Dubois, a murderous highwayman who frequented the area, surprising his victims by using an old hollow oak tree at the crossroads, fittingly called Fright Corner. When his victims passed by, he would emerge from the tree and rob them of their possessions. Dubois, however, made the mistake of using his trick once too often. You don't say. I mean, his game plan didn't seem that dependable to me. Shocker, it had become common knowledge in the district that the oak could yield a nasty surprise for the unwary. So one traveler took no chances and ran his sword through the tree when he reached it. Dubois was killed despite his sophisticated tactics in his hiding place within the hollow oak. The old oak tree is long gone, but it is said Dubois still haunts the crossroads.
Ooh.
On Station Road in Pluckley is a property called Greystones. A monk is said to haunt the building grounds. The monk is said to have lived in Tudor times, which is like 1485 to 1625, and is reputed to have fallen in love with the daughter of a neighboring property. The affair was discovered by the girl's father, and he forbade his daughter to see her lover again. The lady was so distressed at not being able to see her lover, she drank a poisonous cocktail and died.
Womp womp.
Sounds like Shakespeare.
Right.
The monk sank into a state of melancholy and bitterness. His only solace was to walk the green fields and leafy lanes where they had enjoyed so many romantic interludes together. As the years passed, he sank deeper into depression, pining for his dead lover, and finally died of a broken heart. His ghost, however, continues to wander the neighborhood and was last seen in 1989 by an American journalist who glimpsed the unmistakable brown-robed figure drifting behind the house.
Damn.
Oh.
And that concludes Pluckley, England.
Did you say Pluckley?
Oi.
Oi!
Fantastic. Well, do you have anything else, Sheamus, you'd like to touch on?
I have one more.
All right. Speak
Touch
on it.
on it.
Lastly, we have the scariest place on the planet, Australia. This continent is rife with biting beasts that may not steal your eternal soul, but can definitely do some nasty things to your body. It's the only place on Earth where venomous snakes outnumber non-venomous snakes. Australia's brown snakes and tiger snakes can kill humans with a single strike.
Jesus. Ugh.
This is why life-saving antivenom treatments are widely available. However, no amount of antivenom can protect against the saltwater crocodile, one of Australia's most dangerous animals. Common in the North Outback, crocs kill probably at least a couple people a year. They're like the dinosaurs of the region.
Things are fucking
the largest
huge.
males can grow.
Yeah, this is a fucking
Yeah, the
crazy.
largest males can grow up to almost 23 feet long, and they're very aggressive. Add to that, we have the great white sharks, and a host of venomous creatures like the deadly box jellyfish, the blue ring octopus, creepy-looking stonefish, dangerous spiders. Australia has all kinds of shit that will toughen you up, doesn't kill you.
Right. Yeah,
That's all
I don't have any desire to visit Australia whatsoever.
Especially right now with their fucking crackdown authoritarianism fucking regime, even worse than us.
Well, you know what? Like, I swear to God, like every fucking mature video game just gets banned in Australia first. It's like
That's right. They don't like violent
I feel
games.
like if you're surviving in Australia, period, you should be able to kind of do whatever you want.
Right. I feel like it's like Montana, but across the world. Like, this is the last outback. Like, we do, we're just wild people here, and we live with Mother Nature, and Mother Nature takes us, and we just try to survive.
Straight up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude our talk about spooky places or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Spooky.
Now stay tuned for some other shit.
Some other shit.
Would you rather?
All right, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I got some hard-hitting would you rathers for the boys tonight. Are you guys ready?
I don't know.
Well, fuck.
I never know. Would you rather, man?
I'm ready. Fucking
All right,
get
great.
it.
All right. Would you rather be able to see ghost or talk to ghost? Sheamus.
Tough one. I mean, I want to know they're there when I'm masturbating, but I want to be able to communicate and not them just look at them like full fucking weird, like deer in a headlight, and you're just like laughing at me, and I can't even tell you that it's a doctor prescribed condition. Can I write notes? Can I see and write notes to the ghost?
They could probably. That's what I was gonna say. They could probably write notes to you.
I feel like you would need a Ouija board, perhaps.
They're like, write us like, nice dick.
All right. Can I see and Ouija board the ghost with the ghost?
Well, I feel like that's cheating. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, you can't, Sheamus.
All right.
I'm gonna say yes.
Well, you know what? If they're just going to sit there and watch me in most vulnerable moments anyways, I don't really want to talk to them. And I'm just give them a show.
All right.
And I'm looking them in the eyes because I'm choosing to see them
What if they were super?
while I'm pooping.
What if they were super helpful and they're like, Sheamus, you have spinach in your teeth? You're like, oh shit.
Wait. I thought we couldn't communicate.
Well,
Well,
All
you got to
right.
pick one or the other. Just saying.
Yeah.
It could be helpful.
Like this is your lottery number, whispering in my ear, or you probably shouldn't do that in your career. It's going to be a mistake.
Whatever.
Mistake. And
Don't do that, Sheamus. You're gonna get cancel cultured.
if you say this, I will murder you in your sleep.
All right, so
Yeah, I don't want to see that guy.
fantastic. Greg, what about you? See ghost or talk to them?
Oh, we be talking to Ghost because I don't want to fucking see him. What if it's like some 13 ghost looking motherfucker that just talks like, "Oh, hey, how you doing, sir?" Like, but he's like looking all like his fucking half his face is hanging off. Like, I don't want to see these motherfuckers. I'll just talk to him.
What if you get what if you get used to it after a while though? Like you're not even shocked by the guy with half his face missing. He's like eating a bowl of cereal and shit, and you know.
What if
I don't want that.
Greg and I move in together, and for 7 years we become common law marriage, and I can see the ghost, and he can communicate.
Oh, that's a hit. Fuck this podcast.
Oh, it sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love it. All right,
Deaf,
boys. Here
dumb,
we
and
go.
ghost.
All right. Greg,
Yeah.
would you rather be hunted by a vampire or a werewolf?
A vampire. Just because it can only come out at night, and I'll be able to maybe recreate.
As opposed
But
to the
what if
daytime werewolf?
But what if the werewolf only comes out on the full moon?
Shit, well, I didn't think about that loophole, and you did, so you're tossing me up one. But I would still go the vampire, because the vampire, I could just maybe chill when it is nighttime. I would just go under some LED lights or something like that, or some lights that are close. I would replicate the sun as best I could.
All right. I also remember watching it. I also remember watching Interview with a Vampire with you, and you're just cranking your dick to Brad Pitt.
Oh, what a guy.
And I don't want to freak you guys out, but it's actually a full moon right meow.
Oh, shit.
Is it?
All right, Sheamus, same question. What's your answer?
Well, I don't relish either, but from what I've seen, vampires' victims go out mostly relatively painless, as opposed to being mauled or eaten by a werewolf.
Good call.
Well, they hypnotize you sometimes too.
And sometimes they have sex with you first too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least I'm going out with a bang.
Yeah, he's gonna get banged. It's about.
So yeah, that's my answer.
All right, great. All right, boys, strap in. Would you rather be stuck in the Overlook Hotel or the cabin from Evil Dead? Sheamus.
Overlook is The Shining.
Yes.
Cabin, Evil Dead, man. The Overlook Hotel is creepy, and I never want to go in there. Plus, it's huge, and you get lost, can't get your way out of the cabin. I'm fucking Kool-Aided, man, through the fucking window or the door. Oh yeah, I'm out of here. It's 200 square feet. Unless I'm in that trap basement, I wouldn't go in that trapdoor basement.
Right?
Nah. Although, I don't want to get raped by a tree, running from the
That's
cabin.
true.
Sure you know.
That would suck.
A lot of horrible scenarios.
I also don't want to get raped by that lady in the bathtub.
Ooh, yeah.
Can I just pull the covers over my head?
Hush,
No,
little
I mean,
baby, don't say a
You're
word.
pretty much out in the wilderness either way. One's a blizzard. The other is in the middle of the woods.
The other was
pretty much fucked.
the other was long sleeve weather, I would say. Not
You're fucked either way. You know what? I'm going with the Overlook. I'm hanging out with a ghost at the bar. I'm just gonna be there for eternity. Like,
I like it.
Question.
Yeah.
Do we have The Shining?
No, Greg, you don't have The Shining. I've met
I don't
you.
have the... If I'm at the Overlook Hotel, I don't have The Shining.
You don't.
You have no way to
don't
fight.
have the fucking
You either
Shining.
become,
I can't.
you get
I
devoured,
can't shine.
you get devoured, or you
I
become.
can't shine with anybody.
You can't shine, buddy.
I can't shine.
No.
Okay.
You can't shine. Come on.
No, but you can come hang out at the bar with me and the charming bartender.
Now, can I put a chainsaw in my hand and?
No. I mean, it's up to you,
No,
Greg.
you're not Ash. You're not Ash. You're a regular human being going to stay at the cabin.
Okay.
All right, Greg. I'll let you put the chainsaw in your hand, but you got to give me a really good one-liner right now.
Give me some sugar, baby.
Nah, it's been done.
Yeah.
Sorry, no chainsaw for you.
Shit. Well, I got a gun anyway, and I'm a wizard. I will do. Fuck it, dude. I am going to the hotel as well because, yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah. And if I get stuck there with Sheamus, we'll do like a creepy pasta podcast.
We could do a podcast. I mean, Ryan's not with us anymore, but we got the charming bartender. Ghost.
Spoopy places. We'll do it on that.
All right. Fair enough. All right, Greg. Would you rather crochet a sweater with Freddy or do a puzzle with Pinhead?
Pinhead's like my favorite, but I'm scared of him. So what am I doing with Freddy? Knitting a sweater?
Yeah.
Yes. But you never sleep straight again.
I feel like that's a trick. If I'm knitting a sweater with Freddy, I'm going to be like fucking, he's going to be like using my fucking intestines as like the fucking, pretty cool, huh? Stick.
Yeah, night after night after night after night for all eternity.
I knew you couldn't stomach it, Greg.
I knew you couldn't needle this.
Whereas Pinhead will torture you night after night after night for all eternity.
Look like you needle this, huh?
You also got to think about the conversations, guys. I mean, Freddy's kind of hilarious, but Pinhead, like, I feel like it would like,
it's very enlightening.
Yeah, pretty complicated puzzle.
So,
yes.
I feel like I could get Stockholm syndrome with Freddy because he's funny and personable.
Jesus, what?
But Pinhead, I would just hate him and want to kill him forever.
Because Freddy would be like torturing you and having fun at least and giving you some cool shit.
Right, well, Pinhead has no personality. He'd just be
pain. He just wants the pain.
It's true. He's like, what's the matter, Sheamus?
Yeah, and I don't like pain.
You don't desire the pain of the flesh?
At least I would get some reprieve where Freddy would be like playing a joke on me. Like maybe I would be free, like hanging out with you guys, and then all of a sudden, like, ha, you're burning in your bed.
We would.
But I had like, a little bit of time of thinking I was somewhere else. Whereas Pinhead just has you like hung up by like fish hooks and flaying you for all eternity. Yeah,
we will discover years and years of pain. Yeah,
this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Because at least I'm awake 2/3 of the time.
I've always said that about you.
Looks like a frying pan and some eggs to me. Yeah, I would go with the one liner. Let's knit some sweaters. Even though I feel like it would be like, I feel like I'm in the Dream Warrior already with my fucking.
We would be together and we'd have The Shining and we would take on Freddy and I forget his name.
Pinhead?
No.
Jack Torrance?
We're not going that far. Yes, Jack Torrance.
All right. Last one, boys. Would you rather read the Necronomicon or the Twilight Saga? Sheamus.
Oh, jeez. I'm definitely taking the Necronomicon.
Yeah. Greg.
I'm fucking reading.
You're going to bore me to death with Twilight.
Read the Twilight Saga, bro. Glitter and vampires.
You love sparkly vampires, Greg. You always have.
Yeah. Creepy pasta. Creepy paper.
Well, all right. So, Edward or Jacob? Team Edward or Jacob, Greg?
Is Edward the kid who's the Batman? Yeah, Edward, Team Edward. That dude's an awesome actor.
As opposed to Marky Mark with a baby face? Jacob?
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch?
Marky Mark with a baby face Jacob.
Ugh, gross.
Who can't act.
Get out of here. Get off my screen now.
I'm team
Give me Edward.
I'm team Edward Norton Jr. or Edward James Olmos. Either one of those Edwards is fine. Or Eddie Winslow in a pinch.
Listen, actors start out doing, roles that they don't always, appreciate or want to be remembered for.
I think every actress probably has that.
I think you're both wrong. I don't think that's ever happened in the history of Hollywood ever.
I think
right.
That's true. All right, backpedaling.
I've watched all the
question was.
I've watched all the movies that made us. I think I know a little bit more about Hollywood than you guys.
Oh, is that on Netflix? I meant to watch that.
Yeah, well,
I watched it.
Is it good?
I watched a great one about RoboCop the other day, where it's got the fucking the guy who's Red from that '70s show, and I guess Peter Weller, the guy who plays RoboCop, was pretty fucking pretentious, and he's like, I want you to call me Robo from now on. He's like, I walked away from that guy. I was like, I'm never fucking talking to that guy again.
That's what Red Foreman said?
That's what Red said.
Nice. I love how he's Red Foreman when I say his actor's name. It's like, it's Red Foreman.
I don't know.
How do
I? Good stuff. All right, well, that's going to wrap up another edition of Would You Rather. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in tonight. We've had a great time, and, yeah. Love you all. Even you.
Check us out. Give us some ideas. Write to us.
Yeah. Follow us on. I thought you were going to keep on going.
I don't know.
Follow us on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube and Apple Podcasts and all that stuff. Podcast. And if you think we're doing a good job, you can give it to our Patreon and Anchor, Instagram, Facebook, all the jazz. Share the post. Help us spread the word. We appreciate some posts being shared. I saw that. We appreciate the love. And email at us at youneatthatcrust@gmail.com or gonnaeatthatcrust@gmail.com. Be the first one. Pop that cherry. We're waiting for that email, people. Let's go. And we're going to keep it horror next week and for our Halloween vibe.
Yeah, and I just want to give a quick shout out to Joey Glennon for all the comments on YouTube. Finn for making stickers. Me for still donating 99 cents a month, and Nick Bones for all the love you give us.
Oh, yeah, all that stuff. Nick shared a post.
Love you all.
For reals.
And remember, in Crust,
we trust.
Yeah. I stole it from you.
Fuck.
This ends our podcast.
With vodka, and I will fuck a 3-headed moose.
Look, I don't want to make this a pissing contest, but I would outdance and outperform you any day of the week.